From a stolen truck tearing through downtown and a drunken driver pushing into a construction zone to a highway speeder carrying more than just bad driving habits and much more. Here are the craziest moments when troopers show no mercy with their pits. It was the quiet lull between post-holiday travelers on December 27, 2021, when a Georgia state trooper spotted something that broke the calm. A Ford Ranger was tearing down Interstate 75 at 90 miles per hour, blasting past traffic in a zone clearly marked at 70. For a moment, it seemed like the driver might pull over, easing down as the patrol car drew closer. But that illusion vanished as quickly as it appeared. This was no simple speeding stop. This was about to turn into something much more dangerous.
Seven outside. Seven outside.
The driver turned out to be Joseph Silas, who admitted he had been drinking when questioned at the scene. Emergency crews pulled him from the wreck before he was taken for medical attention and a blood test. He was later charged with driving under the influence and issued multiple citations. In the end, his gamble cost him more than just his vehicle. It put his safety, his record, and his job on the line. Trooper Brandon Cano had worked plenty of speed enforcement details, but June 3, 2024 brought a different kind of morning. Parked in the median of Interstate 4, he scanned westbound traffic, eyes, sharp ears tuned to the steady hum of passing cars. Then the laser gun chirped a number no one wants to see: 112 miles per hour. The target was a burgundy sedan, and it was eating up road faster than anyone else on the highway.
Have your cutting off.
Go up to 87. We're going to 80, but we'll be up to 87 in a little bit.
Copy, passing the 88 with speed.
About 98. Traffic's a little bit more moderate, but it's still favorable.
As the miles ticked by, Trooper Donikowski slid into position ahead of the suspect, deliberately slowing the pace. Cano tightened the gap from behind, reading the moment. The space between their cruisers and the suspect's escape was closing fast, and the window to act was right there for the taking.
I copy to 1020.
The driver was later identified as Wilfred Ruiz, a man already on probation for aggravated assault and with no license to his name. He admitted to consuming drugs while fleeing in an attempt to hide the evidence. Inside his car, troopers found cocaine, stolen IDs, and enough paraphernalia to suggest he wasn't just a casual user. For someone already running on borrowed time, this chase may have been the most reckless gamble yet, and it ended exactly how gambles usually do. July 10th, 2025 started like any other summer night for Arkansas State Police, but just after 10 p.m., a Chevy Blazer came roaring into view, already the focus of a sheriff's office pursuit. The suspect wasn't just speeding, he was slicing through the night traffic like a blade, paying no mind to anyone sharing the road. In those moments, the chase wasn't just about catching him, it was about keeping everyone else alive long enough to see it end.
Okay, police just got on it. They're right behind me.
66 Little Rock, I'm driving now. Okay. Taking back off eastbound. It's a white male driver. 64 is primary.
The driver was later identified as Dustin Kirkendall, and it was no mystery why his behavior was so erratic. Officers discovered open containers and suspected narcotics linked to his run. He was taken into custody on a list of charges long enough to keep him busy in court for a while. Sometimes the difference between going home and going to jail is just knowing when to quit, and Kirkendall never got that memo. April 20th, 2021 started out like any other spring day in Georgia. Traffic moved along Dallas-Ackworth Highway in its usual rhythm until one driver decided those painted lines and traffic laws were just optional decorations. Behind the wheel of a silver Nissan Murano sat a young man who seemed determined to test the patience of every motorist on the road. But for one Georgia State Patrol trooper, the scene unfolding ahead was the kind that demands immediate attention. A busy intersection loomed ahead, the kind where split-second mistakes could change lives forever. But the trooper had been down this stretch before, and he knew exactly where this dangerous run had to stop. Once the pursuit came to an end, the driver identified as Jaden Meeke Hamilton was quickly detained. He confessed to running simply because he lacked a license and didn't want to face arrest. In trying to dodge a ticket, he instead earned a ride to Paulding County Jail, proof that poor split-second choices can carry far longer consequences.
That's it.
On February 4th, 2023, a quiet afternoon in Pasco County, Florida, shattered. With the echo of gunfire, several Florida Highway Patrol units raced to respond to an unfolding nightmare armed suspects, on the move, their bullets endangering not just troopers, but everyday people going about their day. Among the targeted motorists was a fully loaded fuel tanker, a single shot away from turning a highway into chaos. One of the responding units carried a trooper, whose name would soon be written into department history, Stephen Turner.
Southbound on the 203. 282. 26, southbound on 282. Speed of 91, inside, we're outside lane. 26.
With the suspect vehicle boxed in and the opportunity ripe, a decisive maneuver was made to bring it to a sudden halt.
282, overpass road, we're moving. Oh, pit. 10-4, that's it. Bail out. He's running southbound on the interstate. Southbound on the interstate.
After the vehicle was stopped, one suspect bolted into the woods, forcing Trooper Stephen Turner to give chase on foot. In the dense cover, the suspect fired, hitting Turner in the abdomen. Despite the injury, Turner returned fire, ending the immediate threat before retreating to safety. He was airlifted to a trauma center with life-threatening injuries, but months later, he was back in uniform, earning the title of 2023 Trooper of the Year for his courage. The second suspect, Yoandi Mora Perez, was arrested and charged with felony murder, armed burglary, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and fleeing or eluding at high speed. It was a day that proved why some honors aren't just given, they're earned in the hardest way possible. It was the afternoon of April 16, 2025, and Interstate 40 eastbound was moving at its usual rhythm when a black Kia Optima slipped past Trooper James Bird's patrol car. Nothing too unusual until that glance at the Tennessee plate revealed it was long past expiration. One moment, this was about a simple traffic stop. The next, the driver made it clear he had no interest in pulling over. That decision would send everything spiraling toward triple-digit danger.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Port City, 1024. 283 eastbound with a black Kia Optima, Tennessee, Boy David Nora, 8809. Boy David Nora, 8809, Tennessee.
10-4,
With the speed needle buried deep into triple digits, the Kia barreled into a construction zone, ignoring the reality that every cone and barrier meant a greater chance for disaster. The moment demanded a bold move to keep innocent drivers out of harm's way.
TBI, TBI, TBI. Get ready. Felony takedown.
TBI.
Damn it, here we go. They're taking back off. Seatbelt. We'll be up on the bridge. TBI again. Takedown, get ready. Get ready, turn around, watch. Hands.
Once stopped, the driver was identified as Ronald B. Dortch from Memphis, Tennessee. His explanation, a personal crisis involving his daughter. But the facts on paper painted another picture: revoked license, no insurance, an expired registration topped with charges of felony fleeing, speeding, and more. A few expired tags had turned into a full-blown arrest, proving once again that running only makes things worse. On April 8th, 2025, a sunny Orlando afternoon took a sudden turn on Interstate 4 East. Trooper C. Bonanno was keeping a watchful eye from the express lanes when a tan Chevrolet Malibu sliced through traffic at a speed that made every other driver look like they were standing still. In that moment, the calm rhythm of patrol work shattered. This wasn't going to be just another routine stop. This was the start of something much bigger.
Division, all units 51 to that location.
Gonna try it, Ted.
That's fine, let's get that.
Signal, still heading westbound. Red light coming up. He's smoking. I got the radio. Southbound OBP.
The roadway became a stage for a high-stakes gamble. The moves being made were bold, but each one brought the driver closer to the point where luck would run out.
I-4.
Southbound OBP to I-4. Southbound OBP to I-4.
1835, they're going to be on Patrol 1. It's going to be a tan Chevy Malibu, Tennessee 28.
Still following.
Just by Summerlane Avenue.
We are going over I-4 on Anderson.
Going under this parking garage.
I'm still eastbound Anderson. Keep updating.
Bit.
Successful?
Unsuccessful. We are at that news station in the parking lot.
Alright, we need a cross street. Have you went under 408 yet?
The brief foot chase was the final nail in the coffin. The driver, later identified as Tristan Stephen Dixon, made it only a short distance before Trooper Bellevoir brought him to the ground. That vehicle turned out to be a rolling evidence locker. Hundreds of stolen identities, counterfeit cards, and altered documents were tucked inside. Dixon's criminal resume already included suspended license convictions and active warrants, but now it grew to include more than 300 counts of identity fraud. Whatever he thought he was running from, he found something far worse waiting at the finish line. On the afternoon of May 20th, 2023, the streets of Little Rock were about to turn into a stage for a high-speed drama. What began as a routine attempt to stop a black GMC Sierra quickly shifted gears into something far more dangerous. The driver behind the wheel wasn't just any motorist, he was Christopher Monroe, a man with an extensive criminal past and 2 recent escapes under his belt. The troopers who recognized him knew one thing: letting him go was not an option.
So Rock, I think she said correct.
Yeah, he's playing. Got it.
Rock volume, put his mouth in the Adam 22, Adam 29, Pacific southbound of 2, trying to catch up to a black GMC with a 28 plate of 175, young extra
Information here right now, vehicle. Ruby 67 down at
Passing Roosevelt, we got light traffic, speeds 100. Dog South interchange. Northbound, looks like we're coming up to train tracks and we come up to Roosevelt.
Coming up to Roosevelt.
Light traffic on Springer, coming up to Roosevelt, speed 75.
At full tilt, the Sierra sliced through downtown traffic, pushing speeds that left even seasoned officers gripping the wheel tighter. Every turn of the wheel, every blast past a crowded intersection pushed the chase into territory where one wrong move could change everything.
Passing Izzard Street.
Passing Izzard Street.
Looks like we're going to be going south on MLK.
As the pressure mounted, Sergeant Briggs found his opening. With timing and precision honed from countless pursuits, he delivered the move that would end the Sierra's charge once and for all.
Eastbound Roosevelt, eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Got a roll over.
Hit and roll over.
When the dust settled, the chase ended in a way Monroe couldn't outrun. Officers recovered a staggering stockpile of narcotics, a handgun, and thousands in cash from the truck. The charges stacked up quickly, trafficking fentanyl, cocaine, meth, ecstasy, heroin, marijuana, and Xanax, along with felony fleeing and aggravated assault on law enforcement. A run like that might have felt unstoppable in the moment, but reality has a way of catching up. On the evening of July the 22nd, Interstate 40 was busy with the hum of commuters, truckers, and summer travelers. Among them was a dark Nissan Altima carrying a driver with more on his mind than just reaching the next exit. To the Arkansas State Police, it was the kind of car that made you take a second look, especially when the license plate was partially hidden by debris. When the trooper lit him up, the driver's response wasn't to pull over. It was to hit the gas. When the second confrontation came, it was decisive. One calculated strike was enough to send the Nissans run off the pavement and straight into an unplanned stop.
Wreck that. He's off in the trees. 187. Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Walk to me! Walk to me right now! Hey! Walk to me!
After a pursuit that barely stretched 4 miles, but felt far longer in intensity, the driver Detierance Roddy found himself under arrest and facing a stack of charges. Felony fleeing, reckless driving, tampering with evidence, and controlled substance possession topped the list. His confession about throwing marijuana from the car didn't change the outcome. If anything, it just made the story stranger. In the end, the big mistake wasn't the brake check. It was running in the first place.
Shut off again, continue, sharp now, TI again, 3 times.
Before the clock even struck 8 a.m. on May 12, 2025, the streets of North Little Rock were already heating up. A patrol officer rolled into a gas station parking lot with one goal: confirm whether a parked white GMC truck was the one Benton police had been searching for. Inside sat Deve Nichols, unaware she was seconds away from becoming the focus of every patrol car in the area. One glance, one decision, and the day would never be the same.
I'm giving it over to state.
Her run hit a breaking point on a patch of wet lawn. Stuck in place, mud spraying in every direction, she still refused to give, in every second just adding to the inevitable end.
TBI, TBI. TBI, she took off again, continuing. We're on sharp now. TBI again, second time. TBI, she took off again, continuing. Sharp now, TI again, second time.
From gas pump to jail cell, Nichols' morning went downhill fast. She was arrested on the spot, her dog taken safely into animal control's care, and the stolen truck secured. Her explanation for fleeing only raised more questions than it answered. For the officers, though, there was nothing mysterious about it. This was just another suspect who underestimated how far the Arkansas State Police would go to bring her in. This run might be over, but the road ahead is packed with even crazier moments. The next video takes things to a whole new level, so go watch it now. You won't believe what happens when officers push right to the edge. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a second.